Now we're going to be actually creating the list of friends class, which is actually a list activity. If I just scroll to the bottom and click on list of friends class, here I'm going to find it out that this is actually I've provided a list view in here, and a list view contains item 1, item 2 and item 3. So for that purpose I'm going to have to use a list activity because it is actually a list activity. Now I'm going to provide two options when a user first be visiting the list of friends class. So in that I'm going to use public static final int, and I'm going to provide like add new friend is equal to menu.first. It will be the menu, first menu. That's it. Public static int and cancel exit and menu dot first plus 1. That's it. Then I'm going to create actually a reference of the manager class, because if I just get into the manager class, it is actually using the public string get last raw friend list plus add new friend request. So all these going to be happening inside the list of friends class. So for that purpose I'm going to be using the manager class. Once again I'm going to give it a reference of it, public manager service provider. That's it. And then I'm going to create actually a list friend activity. So I'm going to create a reference to it, public friend list adapter, friend list adapter. I'm going to use it. To doing so I'm going to create a friend list adapter class. So public friend list adapter, there will be actually a class, and it will be actually extends base adapter. That's it. I'm just gonna create the class now. I'm just gonna actually, and that's it, add unimplemented methods, and I'm gonna add the unimplemented methods like get count, object get item ID and get view. I'm just gonna enter it in here, save it. Now I'm going to create a view holder class which is going to be actually holding out the text and image view icon for us. So I'm going to create class, use view holder. That's it. I'm going to use text view text and image view icon. That's it. I'm going to save it, and then I'm going to actually import the text view and image icon. So what does it really mean? When you are actually adding a friend to the friend activity list, here at this position here would be at the left position there would be an image icon, and on the right position there would be the name of that friend which you are using, actually adding to your list, the username of that friend. So for that purpose we actually created another class view holder, and we're going to be actually holding out that in this class. Now I'm going to create a constructor of a friend list adapter. So public friend list adapter, and context would be context, and that is, and now we have actually, I'm just going to import the context in here. Okay, I'm going to create a few variables in here like public layout inflator and public bitmap online icon, public bitmap offline icon. So what does online icon and offline icon means? I'm just going to make it yes. Okay, so what is inflator? Inflator is actually used to call upon one view on another view. So that is why we are using inflator. So if a person is online, then we are actually going to be inflating one view on another view, and that would be we're going to be placing the bitmap of online icon. And if a person is offline, we are going to be actually inflating another view, and that would be actually an offline icon. So now I'm going to use inflator. Inflator is equal to layout inflator from and context. So what does it really mean? That it is actually getting out the layout inflator from this list of friends class, which is actually the context in here. I'm going to press enter. Now I'm going to give a reference to the online and offline icon. I'm going to be using it in our application. So I'm going to use online icon is equal to bitmap factory dot decode, and here we're going to be actually finding out the decode stream. So I'm going to use decode resource, and here I'm going to provide two parameters like get resources and get context. So I'm going to use get resources. There should be like r.dribble.online. So we have now provided actually a dribble. Dribble is actually a folder, and it is present inside this folder that is actually online PNG file in here. But it should be actually the context dot get resources. And I'm going to provide the same step for the above offline one. So bitmap factory dot decode resource and context dot get resources and r.dribble dot offline. That's it. Now I'm going to make use of another class that will be actually public, and this would be actually info friends class, because we are dealing with friends in the list of friends. So I'm going to use info friend. I'm going to get the information of friends, info friends, and make it use at array friends is equal to null at start. Then I'm going to provide a setter and getter technique. So for that purpose I'm going to use set friend. That's it. And after that, in the get item area, I'm going to actually get out the position of the info of the friend, each friend that at which position, like in the list friends activity they are. So I'm going to use info friend, that is actually our class, and then I'm going to use position instead of argument 0, and then I'm going to return info of friends position. So it will be actually providing us the position of that specific friend. I'm going to actually change it to friends. That's it. And I'm going to save it. In get count, I'm going to actually return the total number of friends, that how much friends we have in the list. I'm going to use returns friends dot length. That's it. And I'm going to use the get item ID by 0 because we are not actually getting the item by their IDs. In the get view, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to provide a reference to the view holder class, which is going to be actually referencing to the children. Avoid unnecessary calls. So I'm going to actually write out the code and we'll come back. Now I've actually added the code to the get view in here, and I'm actually referencing the view holder class which we have previously created in here. There it is. I'm going to get back, and then in here, as you can see that I have just actually provided the view, which is actually saying that the view, which means the convert view, is equal to null, which means that the view which is actually showing the friend list is equal to null, which showing nothing. Then you're going to have to put on in a convert view the inflate or list print screen, which means that you're going to actually inflate the list print screen.xml file on the list of friends.xml file, and that is in this sentence. Then I'm going to actually instantiate the holder, that is view holder, and then I'm going to use holder.text is equal to convert text view, and holder.icon, that is actually find view by ID and icon. And then I'm going to actually convert the convert view.set tag holder, which means that I'm going to put on this text and icon and will place it inside the list friend screen.xml file, and would place the default icon of offline or online, and as well as the text of the username. Else, if the convert view, which means the list of friends, actually this one is the list of friends.xml file is not empty, then what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to get the tag, which is actually we are setting in here. And after that, we're going to actually do this, that we're going to have to set the text of the text position, the text one. I'm just going to click on the list of friends here screen, and then we're going to set out this text with the username of the friend, and as well as we're going to set out the image with the online or offline in here with the status of user online. If the user is online, then we're going to provide online icon. If the user is offline, then we're going to provide the offline icon, and we're going to provide the return view.